For the second time since taking office, Governor Dan McKee and Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos held a news conference to cover topics unrelated to the pandemic.
The pair talked about everything from the state's gambling contract to driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants. 12 News reporter ANITA BAFFONI is live in Providence with what they had to say about some bills going through the General Assembly. ANITA?
Shannon and Mike, Governor Dan McKee and Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos both say they support allowing undocumented immigrants the chance to obtain a driver's license, saying it's a matter of public safety and it just makes sense. The topic of driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants, one of several legislative issues addressed by Governor Dan McKee and Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos at their second bi-weekly briefing with reporters on non-COVID issues. The state's Black and Latino caucus unveiled their legislative priorities last week, and first on their list was driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants, something McKee and Matos both support.
People need to earn money to live, and we need to make sure that we provide everybody that is working with the ability to earn dollars.
Former Governor Gina Raimondo would not make this possible through executive order. The same approach McKee will take, saying he believes it needs to go through the legislative process. Another hot-button topic making its way through the General Assembly this week is a 20-year contract between Rhode Island and the state's largest gambling companies. McKee wouldn't say directly if he will support the bill regarding the contract outright, but did say,
I think it's important that we protect the jobs that are going to be protected, along with having an agreement that I'm anticipating is going to be even a stronger agreement on behalf of the taxpayers in Rhode Island. That's what I've been told.
Now, the legislation on that 20-year contract will be before a House Finance Committee on Thursday. I'll have more on other topics that were discussed at this non-COVID bi-weekly briefing coming up at 6 o'clock. Live in Providence, I'm ANITA BAFFONI, 12 News.
First tonight, Governor Dan McKee is getting ready to welcome Vice President Kamala Harris to Rhode Island tomorrow. I'm Shannon.
Unlike Montecalvo, the Veep's visit was one topic McKee and Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos talked about at their briefings this afternoon. McKee also confirmed he's working on a plan to hand out gift cards to thousands of Rhode Islanders in an effort to boost small businesses, and the launch of a new website that tells people how to open a restaurant in the state.
Another thing that came up, minor league baseball began its season today with McCoy Stadium sitting silent. 12 News reporter ANITA BAFFONI was at the governor's briefing. ANITA?
Shannon and Mike, Governor Dan McKee saying today he will be visiting with Vice President Kamala Harris and Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo tomorrow during their visit to Rhode Island. This is just one of several topics brought up during his second bi-weekly non-COVID press briefing with reporters. Rhode Island leaders getting ready for a visit by Vice President Kamala Harris and Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo. Their itinerary not yet made public, but Governor Dan McKee said Tuesday he will be meeting with the two. I don't know all the details. Those are coming in on high security. I guess I don't have the security clearance in D.C. to know exactly but I am looking forward to it. A topic brought up at the bi-weekly press briefing was the inaugural season kicking off the Woo Sox. That begins Tuesday. The team, formerly known as the Paw Sox, left Rhode Island on the watch of then-Governor Gina Raimondo. As someone from the Blackstone Valley area of Rhode Island, McKee said he's always supported the team staying in the Ocean State, and things may have been different if he were governor then. Well, I was all in thinking that would be true. I would have been all in as a governor as well, and been showing up to make sure we were promoting that. Governor McKee wishing the Woo Sox well on their opening night, saying he would even attend a game in Worcester if he had the chance. I would stop by. I don't have hard feelings for the people who are, in the management level there. I think they tried as hard as they could to keep it in the state of Rhode Island. In the meantime, as Pawtucket revitalizes that area of the city, McKee says they have his support as they reinvent themselves without the iconic Paw Sox. Now, McKee says the future of Pawtucket is looking bright with redevelopments like the new commuter rail and bus station. And we have a full breakdown of other topics that were discussed today at this bi-weekly briefing on our website at WPRI.com. Live at the State House, I'm ANITA BAFFONI, 12 News.